Alliance Briefing Room Podcast. We are here to podcast about anything and everything Star Wars with you. Please visit our website where you can play current and past episodes. That's https://RABR KyleJohansson.us. That's RABR.KeiichoroHansen.us. On the left-hand side is a navigation menu. You can use this to learn how to load the Rebel Alliance Briefing Room podcast on your Android or Apple phone and tablet. And we have direct links to our podcast on Apple and Google Podcasts. Please participate by connecting to our social media, answering questions of the week, or submitting feedback directly from the site. Again, all of these are available at the Rebel Alliance Briefing Room website at RABR.KeiichoroHansen.us. And now, it's time to talk Star Wars.
Yay!
I am Kyle John Johansson, and this is Andrew Scott Sutton. Say hello.
Hello. No, Andrew. I'm just running through these Volume 1s on my own. And today we're reviewing Star Wars Visions Volume 1, Episode 6, called TO-B1. It's about a droid. So we're going to do a detailed recap, and then we're going to beg you for some feedback. So let's do this first.
Spoiler alert. Danger. You're about to be spoiled. This is your spoiler alert. We're about to talk candidly and explicitly about some TV shows or movies. If you have not watched them, please fast forward to the appropriate section. You
will be spoiled. Yes, what that really means is if you have not watched Visions Volume 1, Episode 6, please do so and come right back to us and continue listening. Today's episode is, there's a bunch of Japanese names in some of these cast and crew, and I'm going to probably mess them up quite badly. So the director is Abel Gongora. Writer is Yuichiro Kido. Music scored by Shibuya. So then we've got our cast of TO-B1 is Jaden Walden. Mitaka is Kyle Chandler. The Inquisitor is Neil Kaplan. Who's done quite a few of those things. And a Stormtrooper is Michael Sinterniklaas. So let's do a Pelly's.
Are you planning your next trip to Tatooine? Well, come on down to Pelly's Mod and Repair Shop, where our droids will spruce up your wagon. We'll service just about anything from Starfighter Corellian Y1300 freighter to a Vespa hovering scooter. If we don't have the part, we can get it. If you qualify for our special program, we'll provide you with any part our Jawas can get. Well, that's right. Come on down to Pelly's Mod and Repair Shop, where we can store fuel and upgrade your vessel. We're located at Tatooine's Mos Eisley Spaceport, Hangar 35.
That's right, Hangar 35. Which across the street is Aaron's. And probably down the road is Juan's. And maybe a little shop that sells dome armor in it. I don't know. So today we're talking about Volume 1, Episode 6, TO-B1. This episode, along with all the Volume 1 episodes, aired on September 22nd, 2021. This episode has a runtime of 13 minutes, 17 seconds, and takes place in Star Wars time of 19 before the Battle of Yavin, all the way up to 3 before the Battle of Yavin. So it's obviously in that time frame where Revenge of the Sith is ended, and it goes through part of New Hope, because Zero Battle of Yavin is when the Death Star explodes. So we're a couple years before that here at this time. So what that means is it's time for you to grab your favorite beverage, pull up a chair, and join us in the Rebel Alliance briefing room. That's right. The episode opens with a bearded human man named Professor Mikata speaking to a droid named TO-B1 in a brightly lit laboratory. The droid emerges from a stasis chamber and asks Mikata if he made him bigger again. Mikata sends TBO to fetch another droid named CO3, which he complies. He looks around the house for CO3. Following the search, he finds the astromech droid CO3 drawing doodles on the walls of various locations and objects, including an at walker. He tells CO3 that they can play lightsabers afterwards. Later, Mikata addresses TOBO and the other droids. He warns Mikata that he has repeatedly told him not to go into the basement. TOBO apologizes, and Mikata tells his droids, whom he calls his children, to get to work. TBO-1 leads the way, and the droids help the Professor Mikata with his laboratory work. TBO-1 and CO3 also work on calculations for Mikata. TBO asks Mikata how long he is to work on the calculations, saying he is bored. Mikata says that he has to work until there are clouds in the sky and there is green in the land. He tells TBO of his plans to terraform the planet into a beautiful place. When TO-B1 says that he longs to see the rest of the galaxy, Mikata tells him that he is safe here because things are peaceful. TOBO-1 interjects that the galaxy is terrifying and full of danger. Mikata says that TOB1 now knows, and TOB1 responds that he said it a million times, and adds that the Jedi are needed in the galaxy to make it safe. While working on calculations, TOB1 imagines himself as a lightsaber-wielding Jedi Knight fighting an Imperial Walker and Star Destroyers. Later, Mikata tells him to snap out of his daydream. Wake up! Sorry. TOB1 longs to be a Jedi Knight, traveling the galaxy and defeating evil. Mikata explains that TOB needs to accept reality. When it comes to the future, there's the distant, but also the immediate. He explains that the reality is that being a Jedi is not as glamorous as TOB1 imagines it to be. TOB1 confides that he senses that something is calling out to him. He says that he keeps having dreams of being a great Jedi. Mikata counsels TOB1 to find himself a kyber crystal. Another droid plays a hologram of a kyber crystal, and Mikata tells him that there is one such crystal on the planet, and that crystal is the core of the lightsaber, the weapon of a Jedi Knight. He explains that the Jedi tradition is for the Padawans, the young apprentice of the Jedi, to search for the crystals first. If he really wants to become a Jedi, Mikata needs him to find a crystal of his own. Following the morning, TBO sets out into the desert with CO3 on a speeder bike to find his crystal of his own. He looks under rocks and digs holes but cannot find one. TBO-1 continues his search through the Jedi. While riding his bike, TOB-1 reflects on the difficulty of his quest. After returning home, Mikata counsels him to clear his mind and use the Force, explaining that it is the source of the Jedi's power. When TO-B asks where he can find the Force, Mikata explains that the Force is present everywhere in all things. The following day, TO-B1 resumes his hunt, but doesn't know how to use the Force. CO3 speaks in binary, and TO1 replies that he has already searched everywhere on the planet. TO-B1 then recalls Mikata warning not to go into the basement. That night, the droids venture into the basement, and CO3 says that he has bad feelings about it, but TO-B1 responds that this is the only place he has not searched yet. TO-B1 then peeks and discovers a skyhopper. The two climb into the ship, and TO-B1 uses a call to all Jedi. TO-B1 transmission is picked up by an Imperial Star Destroyer. A Stormtrooper informs an Inquisitor that they have picked up a signal. The Inquisitor believes it is a Jedi. Back on the planet, Mikata discovers TO-B1 inside the skyhopper and tells him to get out. Mikata uses the Force to open the door and tells BO to come out here. He uses the Force to levitate a box. TO-B1 realizes that Mikata is a Jedi and asks why he didn't tell him. Mikata replies, in order to protect him. As a TIE RP Reaper attack lander approaches the planet, Mikata senses through the Force that the Galactic Empire is here. He tells TO-B1 to stay hidden and not come out for any reason. Mikata uses the Force to levitate TO-B1, giving him an experience of the Force. TO-B1 pleads with the professor not to yet deactivate him. He passes TO-B1 two lightsaber hilts and seals him behind a wall. Mikata tasks CO3 with keeping watch over TO-B1, and Mikata said his last words to TO-B1 for sealing him on the wall: I am one with the Force, and the Force is with me. Later, TO-B1 discovers that the professor's home has been wrecked and the other droids, apart from CO3, have been destroyed. TO-B1 wonders where the professor is, only to discover that he has been killed and buried beneath a mound of rocks. He sees Professor Mikata's remaining plants. TO-B1 resolves to continue his mentor's terraforming research and fulfill the professor's dreams. Working together, TO-B1 and C3 repair the other droids and rebuild his laboratory. They work tirelessly over a long period of time. Though through their efforts, TO-B1 and the droids are able to generate clouds and flora which cover the planet. The clouds bring rain, and TO-B1 realizes that the professor's dream has now come true. Through the Force delay, Mikata tells TO-B1 to use the Force. He assembles a lightsaber with various components, including a kyber crystal, which he discovers inside his body. The other droids cheer him as he celebrates his victory. His triumph is interrupted by the arrival of a TIE Advanced V1 fighter. As the Inquisitor approaches, TO-B1 asks the other droids who the newcomer is. He realizes it is the same Jedi killer that killed Professor Mikata. The Inquisitor realizes that there is another Jedi on the planet and asks where he came from. He asks if Mikata hid him away, and TO-B1 draws his lightsaber in self-defense and fights the Inquisitor, who says he cannot be allowed to become a threat. During the fight, the Inquisitor uses the Force to raise the Earth, causing TO-B1 to fall and land. TO-B1 enters the spiritual plane and encounters Professor Mikata, who tells him not to be afraid. He reassures his young Padawan, TO-B1, that he is well prepared for the fight and thanks him for bringing life back to the planet. Mitakas is proud of TO-B1 and has grown up and knights him a Jedi Knight by the will of the Force. He wishes that the Force be with him. Returning to the physical realm, TO-B1 continues to fight with the Inquisitor. The two parry with their blades. The Inquisitor hurls TO-B1 against several pipes, and TO-B1 tells the other droids to open a valve where he leads the Inquisitor on a chase. The Inquisitor destroys several machines with his lightsabers. TO-B1 turns the controls for the pump, which cause an explosion. The Inquisitor survives the blast and drags TO-B1 with the Force, slicing off his left arm. The Inquisitor is surprised that the droid is a Jedi. TO-B1 replies that his name is Toby, before attacking the Inquisitor. The other droids attack the Inquisitor, but he cuts some of them down. TO-B1 summons CO3 before making a final attack of the Inquisitor. Following the duel, he slices off one of the Inquisitor's arms, killing him. The droids celebrate TO-B1's victory. Following the battle, TO-B1 and his CO3 depart the now green planet in Mitakas Skyhopper. Toby hopes to use the professor's research to help other planets in line with the Jedi calling of helping with others. The episode ends with them flying into space, and we see the credits. Credits.
Feedback at Keiichiro.us. That's feedback, KAILEJOHANS.
Yeah, feedback. Yep, we want some feedback. So that email address is a good place. You can attach a video that's probably less than 25 megabytes, and we'll get it. You can also go to the website and click on the link on the left-hand side that says feedback, and it will take you to a form that you fill out your Star Wars name and your feedback, and click submit, and it'll come right to us. We can also be found on social media on Twitter at super_duper_pod, or on Blue Sky. Search for the words Rebel Alliance Briefing Room. We also have comments sections on Spotify, and of course, when we post the videos on YouTube, there's a comment section there as well. So please tell us how we've done, what we've done wrong, what you think about the episode, what your opinions are about the episode. Is Toby really a Jedi? This is a droid. Can droids speak Jedi? I don't know. Anyway, thank you for listening.
Thank you for listening to the Rebel Alliance Briefing Room podcast. Please visit our website where you can play current and past episodes. That's https://RABR Keiichiro.us. That's RABR.Keiichiro.US. On the left-hand side is a navigation menu. You can use this to learn how to load the Rebel Alliance Briefing Room podcast on your Android or Apple phone and tablet. And we have direct links to our podcast on Apple and Google Podcasts. Please participate by connecting to our social media, answering questions of the week, or submitting feedback directly from the site. Again, all of these are available at the Rebel Alliance Briefing Room website at RABR.Keiichiro.us. This podcast in no way is approved, sponsored, or owned by Lucasfilms Ltd., Disney, Disney Plus, or any of its subsidiaries. All opinions are solely owned by Kyle and or Scott, and in no way express the views or opinions of their past or present employers. Views and opinions are not supported or restricted by Lucasfilms Ltd., Disney, Disney Plus, or any of its subsidiaries. Any rebroadcast, reproduction, or any or other use of this podcast and its affiliate sites without consent of Super Duper Podcast Network and its host is prohibited. I am Kyle John Johansson, and this is Andrew Scott Sutton. Say goodbye now.
Oh, no, Andrew. I'm doing this round by myself, so send us some feedback. Thanks for listening. Bye.